Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and I like to talk about books, so today let's talk about some books. Specifically today, I'm kind of going to be talking about a couple different things, really just like updates on some reading and updates on some forthcoming books I'm excited about. So if you're interested in that, then keep watching. If you're not interested in that, I totally understand. Don't have to watch this video. But the first thing I want to talk about is the book that I am currently reading, and it is called Sourdough by Robin Sloan. This book is something that I got in my book of the month, and I started reading it a couple days ago and I'm almost done now, but I found it generally, honestly, just like a really lighthearted little read. I think that people who are especially interested in sourdough and baking will think it's really fun and kind of cute. I think people who live in the Bay Area may find it like an especially fun read because it references obviously a lot of Bay Area people, places. It's got a lot of the vibes. I don't even know how to explain it, but it references so many of like the kind of like tech bros and the tech bro culture and just the whole like Bay Area culture and the food culture here. So I think that if you have ever visited or lived here or anything like that, then you will probably really enjoy this. It doesn't have a ton of meat. It's just mostly a really lighthearted read so far, and I'm just kind of approaching the climax, so I'm almost done with it. We'll see kind of what the ending has in store, but basically it is about a programmer who is gifted a sourdough starter from these two brothers who run like the restaurant that she really likes. And after she's gifted the starter, she basically has never baked before but decides to like do right by them and try to bake something with the starter. So she bakes a loaf of sourdough bread using their special starter. And it's amazing. Even though she's never baked before, it turns out actually pretty good. And she kind of practices a little bit more and her bread gets really, really good. And eventually she decides that she's going to try and like sell it at a market locally. And it just kind of snowballs into this story where she ends up at this really unique like underground market for different foods. And basically the idea of this market is using culinary traditions and like new ideas and new ways to like make food, I guess. So she's using one of the robot arms from her work that she programs to like help her make her bread. It's a really lighthearted read. It definitely deals with following your passion versus like a set path that you feel is the right path for you. And obviously I think a lot of people struggle with that. So in that sense, it's definitely relatable, but it's nothing that's gonna keep you up at night. It's nothing that's really intense. I think I'm just really enjoying it as a post-Cujo read because if you saw, I read Cujo for the first time, and I'll link that vlog somewhere up here, but it definitely was like a really emotional book for me. So this is a really nice follow-up and well done book of the month. I'm very happy with this one. The next book that I want to talk about is going to be the book I read after this book, which is called Good Rich People by I forget what her name is. Eliza Brazier, I think. Anyway, I'm pretty excited to read this book. It comes out this week, so I will be reading and reviewing it right away. So if you're interested in that book and what I think of it as a new release, then keep your eyes peeled for that because that's gonna be one of my next videos, is going to be basically my review of that book. So very excited for that. My next update is going to be that I have completed my January, or after that book, I will have completed my January to be read list, which is very exciting for me. Not a lot more to update on that, but I was just really excited to start off the year with a very like unique mixture of books. Definitely each one seems pretty different than the other, and I feel like that's going to be my like theme for this year with reading, is that I just want to expand my horizons a little bit, read books that I would maybe even scoff at before, read books that I just like try different things out. I just want to try different books out and really just play around with it, and I think that that's like going to be a fun thing for me to do this year. The last thing I want to talk about is going to be a little bit of an update on Winds of Winter. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard by now that it was kind of leaked, the actual release date of Winds of Winter, which is supposed to be in November of 2023. It was leaked on George R. R. Martin's Not a Blog in December, I believe. I haven't really like updated on this because I was doing a lot of other stuff in December, so I haven't talked about it or anything, but I did figure I would just kind of like get on here to say something about it, which is that I actually believe that he's going to stick to this release date. So my personal belief is that this is legitimately the date we're going to get, or in the ballpark of the date that we're going to get Winds of Winter. If you haven't already, I do have a video where I talk about some of the things I'm excited to discover in Winds of Winter. I'll link that as well. But I actually think it's going to be coming out November 2023, which of course is not as soon as I would like, but it is coming, and I think it's actually going to come on that date. Very excited for that. Let me know below if you think that he's actually going to stick to this as a publication release date, or if you think that he is going to be putting it off once more. I mean, I'm just not sure how much more he can put it off. At some point, you just have to release it, even if you don't think it's perfect. So I feel like this is actually going to be the date that it's released. But yeah, you let me know below, and let me know some of the stuff you're most excited to find out in Winds of Winter. I think top of almost everybody's list, mine included, is to find out whether J. Snow is alive, well, what is he doing. That's definitely like top of my list. I would not put it past George R.R. Martin to like leave us hanging for a whole nother book, or like for at least half the book, as to whether or not J. Snow's okay. So definitely curious about that, but I'm not gonna like get my hopes up too high that we'll figure it out. Definitely curious about what's up with Dany and Fagon, and there's so much meaty stuff to delve into that I'm just so excited. Even if it's not perfect, I'm so excited just to get the rest of the story because it's such an epic tale. So those are some of the things I'm excited about. I'm really excited to read Good Rich People this week, and I'm really excited for some of my February to be read books. I'm gonna make a whole separate video with my February TBR. One of them on the list is definitely going to be the next Wheel of Time book, I think, so we'll see if I get into that. I might not finish it in February, but I'm definitely gonna start it next month. But yeah, super excited. There's a lot of good reading to look forward to, a lot of good stuff to look forward to. It's been a hard week for me personally, so I'm like really excited to look forward to reading. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Just kind of a quick update on some of the books I'm reading and such. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Oh, please like, please subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you later.